Hey guys, we are back for another reaction video, and tonight I'm going to be doing something I should have done a long time ago. I think a couple people have suggested that I do this, and I'm finally doing it. I'm going to be reacting or watching two of my Max demos on one of the WODs I created for Doom 2 entitled NH666. So, the reason it took so long for me to do this is because it's a very good idea, because I've been mapping since 2004 and recording demos since, I don't know when my first demo was recorded. It must have been in 2004 or 2005. My first demos were on Co-op Build LM back on ZDaemon. But I've been doing this for 20 years, and I've made a lot of maps, and I've recorded demos on almost all of my maps as well. So that's part of my mapping process, in where I would make a map, and then at the end of making the map, I would record a demo on it. And recording the demo would be like the ultimate goal of creating the map. And so it makes sense that I should, now that I'm doing this like YouTube thing, maybe I should start reacting to that. Now, a couple of people have suggested that I do this a while ago when I was doing my other video series, I believe. And I wanted to do this, however, there was a dilemma, and then I forgot about doing it, and then I remembered, but the dilemma was still there. But now I just decided I'm just gonna go through with it. Now the dilemma is that I didn't just want to load up a demo file in prboom Plus and react to it, because you can't rewind in Doom demos. You can pause them, but you can't rewind. I don't even know if my keyboard has a pause key, to be honest. It's sort of minimalist in a way. I honestly don't know if it has a pause key. Anyway, you can't rewind. And I would, if something interesting happens in the demo and I want to, sort of emphasize it, there's no way of going back. And so what you would have to do is you would have to create a video file of the demo and then just watch the video file. And that's just an extra step that you would have to do in order to do this reaction thing. And so I kept putting it off because I don't want to do that. And so I've made videos of my demos in OBS before, but the layout was different, and I don't want to have to change the layout because I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this current layout back. And so I've been putting it off and putting it off. But then I remembered, I do have a bunch of videos here that I already made of my demos that I uploaded to YouTube in order to put links on my website. And so I can go through a couple of these. I can go through some of these, and I can react to these at least. Now, the one I wanted to react to initially was my Max demo for Degrassi for Slaughterfest 2012, I believe, map 29, I think. Very epic map, and I was really proud of my Max demo on that map. However, it's a very long map, it's like an hour long. So I haven't made a video file, but it is on YouTube. I think 2 people uploaded it. I'm very appreciative that they did that. Thank you very much. But the only thing is they use GL-Boom Plus in order to play back the demo as opposed to prboom Plus. And GL-Boom Plus is hardware rendering. And all of my maps are designed for software rendering. And Degrassi is specifically, it has at least one like visual hack that requires software rendering. And in hardware rendering, the hack is broken, and you just get like a Hall of Mirrors effect, and it looks very bad. Or I guess it can look like psychedelic, but that's not how it was designed. So, I'll do that eventually, the Degrassi reaction. If you want to watch me playing Degrassi, you can just, I think it's episode 150 of my, when I was going through id Games. I think it's episode 150, and it took like 4 hours to play the map. So if you want to watch Degrassi stuff, I would definitely recommend you watch that video. But for today's video, I decided that I was going to do my Max demos on NH666 V2. This is the second iteration of NH666. So NH stands for no health. And the NH is a series of WODs that I've made. There's 7 installments, I believe. Yeah, 7 installments. And each installment has multiple maps, except for the third one, I believe, is a single level. NH666 V2 has 2 levels. They're each about 9 minutes to play, to max demo. And NH stands for no health. I don't know if I said that or not. No health. So there's literally no health in the maps. There are no power-ups. There's no armor. So all you get is the initial 100 health that you normally get when you start Doom from scratch. And then you have to beat the level with only that amount of health. So you have to alter your gameplay, your gameplay style, your fighting style, your combat style in order to and to make sure you can survive. And so you have to play a little bit more cautiously, but you also don't want to play too cautiously, because if you're recording a demo, you want to make a good time, right? And these maps especially are quite challenging for the no health scenario. I mean, you can go further. You can make reality maps. Reality is where you don't get hurt at all. So you're not allowed to get hurt. If you get hurt, then that's the end of the run. But no health is just, there's no health. So there is a little bit of leeway there, but not much. I mean, one rocket from a cyber demon and you're dead. If you get a really bad Revenant missile, that's 80 health gone. And then if you get hurt by an Archvile, that can be very devastating as well. And so these are very tricky maps. And we are going to watch them. Now, I guess I can talk a little bit about this WAD. I was very happy with how this WAD turned out. It says it was submitted May 2017, but no, I checked the date, the timestamp on the WAD. I must have uploaded it later because I released it September of 2016. So I didn't realize how old it is. That's like 8 years old, over 8 years old. It's pretty crazy. I always thought this was one of my more recent WADs. But no, it's not. So there are a couple. Oh yeah. So it only has 2 stars on id Games. 2 reviews, 2 stars, which is really, it's a tragedy. It's not very accurate. This rating is not very accurate towards this WAD, in my opinion, in my humble, non-biased opinion. This is a really good WAD, by the way. Very good WAD, but I think it got rated like that because of the difficulty. It's very difficult and there's no health. So, and we will read these 2 reviews. So this was by Havoc Crow. I believe when I did my reaction to id Games comments video a little while ago, I believe this guy commented on one of my WADs there, because I remember this avatar here with the drummer. So this says 2 stars, 2 levels by TOD, created for true Doom experts only. Ooh, true Doom experts only. Both of them are competently executed with functional but pleasant visuals. I will agree with that, definitely. The music is rather odd, but it's not really grating either. As for the most part, you're too focused on the action to truly pay attention to the soundtrack. I don't know what he's talking about the music, unless I added... Yeah, okay. I may have added different music. Okay, I'm just going to have to... Because I just realized this now. In the video we're about to watch, the music is very, very nice. It's the same type of music that I was using in the music WAD that I was using for my other video series. And those are all very nice MIDIs, very nice soothing MIDIs. And so I didn't know what he was talking about. But then I realized it's quite possible, because I added these 2 maps, the maps from NH666. I added them to ESP2. I believe. Oh, yeah, that's why. I just realized what happened. So, no, I don't realize what just happened. Okay, so ESP2 has new music, and it's music by me. It's like my death metal music. So I would understand if he's saying that's grating. Yeah, I'm not sure what he's talking about with the music. No, he reviewed the original WAD. Okay, so we're just going to go to... Where are we going? We want to go... here. We just have to go to a specific folder, the website demos folder, and hopefully there's a zip file, NH666 v2. Yes, there should be a text file. Let's just read this. Where are we? We're looking for music, right? Music, yes. Okay, that's not descriptive at all. So if it was music by me, I probably would have written some type of something about it. Anyway, yeah, I mean, the music is very soothing. I don't understand what he's talking about. Anyway, that's unimportant. I don't know why I went through that. Anyway, so let's go to the first map is a gauntlet. A gantlet. That's a callback to map 3, I believe, of Doom 2, where they misspell gauntlet. I'm assuming it's a misspelling of challenges. Hope you know how to two-shot cyber demons. Of course, if you played any of my maps, then you must know how to two-shot cyber demons. I think any of my maps after 2008, so starting with 2009, you have to know how to two-shot cyber demons. That are very rough, but each one feels ultimately fair, although the Pain Elemental Horde can really kick your ass, as you will see later on. There are no health pickups whatsoever in the map set, so there's no room for mistakes. There's a little bit of room, but not very much at all. You'll probably end up saving and loading a lot, but it's satisfying to finally complete a battle without a scratch. You'll probably end up saving and loading a lot. I did not save and load during my demos, so take that. The map is based around the rocket launcher and the BFG. Yes, the two best weapons in the game. The best weapon being the BFG, obviously. It feels odd to kill single lost souls with rockets, but there's ample ammo provided. I don't know why it feels odd to kill single lost souls with rockets. They're very satisfying to kill with rockets. They're also very dangerous because they have the charging attack. So if you're shooting if you're shooting lost souls and start to charge at you, they can charge at you, and then by the time your next rocket goes out of the rocket launcher, it's right in your face, and you end up killing yourself. So, I mean, that happens often. There's also this map by SB, I think it's pe.wad, that features a whole bunch of the same kind of room, and in each room there is a Pain Elemental. And I believe the only weapon in that map is a rocket launcher. So that's a very good map. You should definitely play it. I believe I recorded a max demo on that a long time ago. So, okay, the second level based around the SSG and the rocket launcher is more disappointing. Now this really hurts because he says it's more disappointing, but map 2 is like one of the best maps I've ever made. It's also one of the hardest maps I've ever made. I am extremely proud of it, and it's disappointing that this guy finds it to be disappointing. It mostly revolves around Revenants and Archviles, two of the best, some of the best monsters in Doom 2. Thrown at you over and over and over again in very cramped quarters, that's true. It feels more tiresome than anything when you kill a crowd of Revenants after several attempts, make a step forward, and immediately have to fight Revenants and Vials again. Yeah, I can see how you feel that way. Play the first map if you're looking to hone your BFG skills, and the second if you can't get enough of skeletons and their skinny pals. Originally written December 18th for the New Stuff Chronicles. So, yeah, it's unfortunate he didn't like map 2. I love map 2, and it's unfortunate that he gave me only 2 stars, but what can you do? And then this guy down here felt similarly. He said, the battles are not that interesting, but very difficult. I don't know why they're not considered interesting, but good idea at start, switches in Cyber Demon, but I think the switch are too little and too recessed into the wall. Not bad visually, but too simple. Not bad visually. It's definitely not bad visually. It looks really nice, actually. I don't understand how it's too simple. But it's funny. A good idea at start, but I think the switch, yeah, he literally only describes the very first room in the entire WAD. So I don't know if he didn't get by that part or what. That part looks really nice, by the way. So I don't understand what he's talking about. I mean, you can't win them all, right? So this is a 2 out of 5 WAD, apparently, according to It Games. But honestly, I think map 2 is a masterpiece. It's really, really good WAD. Map 1 is good as well, but map 2 is is definitely better than map 1. So we are going to watch this. Now, what do I have to do? I've got to turn this down, the volume down on my background music. We're going to keep the visuals, the visualizationing, and we are going to open up VLC. So the video is queued up. Okay. So hopefully this works. Got to move my cursor. All right. Yeah, this is the room that guy was talking about with the shooting the cyber demon and the shooting the switches. It looks very nice. I don't understand how he says it's too simple. Apparently those switches are too recessed into the wall. 2-shotting the cyber, by the way. It's good to do that at the very beginning, so you know what you're getting into. And an arch file at the end. Yeah, so I mean, you want to be fast, but you also have to be careful because there's no health. So I think it takes a little while for me to take my first hit. So you have to play cautiously, but you have to try and be fast at the same time. It can be tricky. This part looks really nice. A little cavern with the water. And then one more. There you go. Here I get a quad kill coming up. You can see that normally doesn't happen to me because I went back and started shooting rockets in there. Because normally I only kill 3 of them at a time, not 4. Yeah, you got to get rid of those paint elementals. And you got to be careful when you're shooting the lost souls with a rocket launcher. I really like the ceiling in this room here with the red. Do you even know what I'm pointing at? I don't think so. And then we have that stray Revenant missile. I remember being paranoid about that. Yeah, so I mean, I recorded these demos 8 years ago. So it's kind of hard to remember everything that was going through my head at the time, but there are a couple things that I remember. We have the cyber demon behind the waterfall. We got another 2-shot. Still haven't been hit. So we're doing reality so far. We got the backpack. This area looks very nice. Keep your eyes out for the overhead. The overhead what? The overhead beams, metal beams. So for this part, I have to like run around the perimeter, and I run over a walkover line, and that triggers a bunch of doors to open, including this arch file here. There's an arch file on either side, and I start with this one, but when I shoot this guy, the other arch file starts to come out of his room there. And so I have to be really fast. So as soon as I shoot, the other arch file starts coming out of his room. That's why I start spamming there, to make sure, because sometimes he's at the top of the stairs and I want to make sure I kill him really fast. And I do a little bit of cleanup there with the rocket launcher to make it easier. So, because you know, when you use the BFG, you want to optimize it so that you're right in the monster's faces in order to optimize the damage amount. But when you do that, you're prone to attacks, to being damaged yourself. I really like how this part looks. However, you know, I don't like the water in the, like the blue and the red, it clashes. I don't like that. I wish I would have done a different color combination. Oh, I just got hit. I just got hit for the first time. Yeah, I went in to kill the Cyber Demon and I got hit by a Caco Demon fireball. So I'm down 15 health. Yeah, so the sky is blue and the water is blue, obviously. What I should have done is I should have used the dark gray sky. I don't think I used it yet. Like, I don't think I created the dark... Yeah, the dark gray sky is just a recolored version of this blue sky. And then for a liquid flat, I probably should have used lava. I probably should have used lava. So there's another 2-shot kill. So I think that's 4 2-shot Cyber Demons so far. This part isn't really very obvious of what to do. Now, I wish I would have done something different. I think, if I remember correctly, when I was trying to make this map, so you have the 2 pedestals there where the Cyber Demons come from. And, you know, the wall lowers and there's a Cyber Demon there. And what you actually have to do, you have to walk onto the pedestal in order to trigger what happens next. So you have to walk onto each pedestal. But you don't know you're supposed to do that. So what I remember, yeah, I remember when I was making the map, I thought I was going to put it like a thing there, like a key, even though you don't need any keys. If you see a key, you get a key, right? And so you would go there. However, because there's Caco Demons there and a Cyber Demon, sometimes the key would be obscured by dead monsters. And so I just didn't end up putting anything there. But, I mean, there must have been a better way to do it, but what can you do, right? And then when I press this, it raises stairs and now all hell breaks loose. Yeah, so we have 2 more arch files and then we have a bunch of revenants and a bunch of pain elementals. I think the revenants are just revived. I remember that part. Because there was a revenant behind the corner. And I was like poking my head in, shooting BFG blasts. And then this revenant shoots at me and his missile hits the wall instead of my face. I remember that part. I was like, holy shit, he almost hit me. But I didn't end up losing any health. Just check it out again. Close call. Oh, another close call. The Lost Soul almost got me as well. Okay, so I believe this room is done. Now we're on to the 3rd section, I guess. So this is the gauntlet that the guy was talking about. This part, yeah, this part is tricky. There's a big horde of arachnotrons. So you have to clear out enough so you can go into this little hole here, and then there's a bunch of ammo around you. You can just stand here and spam, but it's faster if you kill some of them and then you try and run around them. It's faster, but it's also like sometimes you get hemmed in, you get blocked by the monsters, and I remember dying there a couple times. Really nice epic beams in this room as well. And using some sky tricks. So the building on the left there, where's my mouse? Here it is. The building on the left right here, it has the sky is shorter here compared with how tall these beams are. So that gives it a nice sense of a sense of realness, I guess, as opposed to everything having the same ceiling height. So you have these epic, huge beams. These, what is the word I'm trying to think of? Monolithic beams. Yeah, this is like a really nice pause right here. And yeah, this looks really nice with the blue sky. And here I don't worry about two-shotting the cyber. because there's enough ammo now. And also, you know, you're trying to fight Cacodemons. There's a Cacodemon swarm. Once you lower this, it also lowers a Cyberdemon on the other side. So you want to kill this guy as fast as possible before the Cacodemons start, you know, hemming you in, surrounding you. And then you also have these stray rockets from the other Cyberdemon. Like, you can see them right there. Briefly see them. So I have to hide behind these beams while killing the Cacodemons and wait for the Cyberdemon to get closer to me so I can kill him. There, he's just down there now. I've still only been hit once. I don't remember how many times I get hit in this map. Oh, I get hit a few more times, yeah. Some lost souls hurt me on this next part. And we got 4 archviles, I believe. 2 over there and 2 over on the other side. Yeah, so here's the Pain Elemental Horde. This part can be tricky because you just sort of get swarmed with lost souls and they charge at you. So you have to be really careful. That's why I'm being really careful here, because if I play too aggressively, then I get hit, just like there. So I got hit already, and I get hit a couple more times in this section because of those goddamn lost souls. Now, I believe I'm playing with comp level 2. And so the lost soul limit is in effect. You can I get hit there as well. So I'm down to 64. So in comp level 2, regular Doom compatibility, you can only have, it's either 20 or 21 lost souls in a level at once. And that guy, I just wanted to get him out of the way so that he doesn't harass me for the next part. So we only have 5 monsters left. Yeah, that part was tricky. You have to be really quick because they teleport in and they immediately start shooting you. So I trigger them and then I try and run back as soon as possible. I remember dying there before. If I remember correctly, I just remembered this. I tried doing a better version of this demo. By the way, both of these demos are first exits. So normally what I do is I make a map and then I try to get a first exit demo. And I don't try and, I don't optimize stuff anymore. That's more of a young person's game. I just have absolutely no patience for optimization. However, considering I just finished making the map, I have it all memorized, and I've designed the maps specifically for my play style, for how I want to play something, and specifically towards my skill set. And I have the map memorized, so I mean that's the best time for me to record on it. And yeah, so I got this exit, and then I remember trying to get another exit, and I got to this point, and I believe, yeah, I died at this part. Five monsters left, and I died at the Archvile part. And it would have been faster than this one as well. I don't know how much faster, but it would have been faster. And then I was like, screw this. I'm not doing this again. So I rage quitted it. Okay, this part upcoming. So I don't know if you noticed what I did. So I go back into the elevator. The elevator went down. That's the same elevator from the beginning where that went down. And now we have to go back up to get to the exit. The exit's at the start. And what I do, I go into the elevator room and I press the side of the wall because there's a switch way up high that I believe it does something. I think it lowers the exit, plus it also spawns a Cyberdemon. And so I did that first, and then I raised the elevator. There was a reason why I did that in that order. I think so that to be honest, I don't remember. However, the Cyberdemon is waiting for me. And stupidly, this was a mistake that I did. what I'm supposed to do, I'm supposed to stand in a corner behind these type of metal beams here in the elevator room, because so that the cyber demon doesn't see me and doesn't start shooting me. But what I did, I just for some stupid reason, I just stood in the middle of the elevator. And then I'm like, oh shit, I'm standing in the middle of the elevator. I forgot to hide in the corner. And so I get to the top and the cyber demon's already shooting me, and he's shooting rockets through this narrow hallway, but I was able to dodge the rockets, thankfully. But it was a really dumb mistake by me right at the end of the demo there. So when we get into the elevator room, I press the wall, the elevators, and then I press the elevator switch and it goes up, and then the cyber demon starts shooting me. If I would have hidden the corner, the cyber demon wouldn't have shot me that early. Like, I'm standing in the middle for some reason. There you go. How about that? 853. Okay, so that was map 1. I did enjoy that map, but this map 2, this is the big one of the WOD. This is the big map. It's not big, but this is the meat of the WOD, I feel like. This is the epic map of the WOD. Now, this map is... I was really happy with how this map turned out, both visually and with in terms of the gameplay. However, when I finished making the map, I was trying to get an exit. I was recording a demo, trying to beat the level, and I wasn't able to do it during that day. So I finished the map, I forget, like earlier, and then I spent a few hours trying to record a demo. A few, maybe even like up to 5 hours trying to record a demo, and I wasn't able to do it. And then it was, then I ended up going to sleep. So I went to sleep without getting an exit, and I do not like doing that. I really hated doing that. And so then I woke up the next day and I started recording on it again, and I still couldn't get an exit. So I spent like another few hours trying to do it. Still couldn't do it. And so I was so close to editing the map to make it a little bit easier, because I couldn't get to the exit, because it gets really hairy at the end, because it spawns some arch files in, and it basically screws up your entire what you just did, because it resurrects a bunch of monsters. Meanwhile, you have like no health left. So, however, I finally was able to get an exit, and I didn't have to edit the map. But this is one of the hardest maps I've ever made. And another piece of trivia, this one has no cyber demon. Very rare in one of my maps not to have a cyber demon. And especially one like this that is like, it's not large, but I mean, it's like a mid-sized map, but there's a lot of stuff to it. And normally I would have, I'd have a cyber demon, but it didn't feel like it is. One of the reviewers said that it was pretty cramped, and I think that's probably why I didn't put a cyber demon in it, because there's basically only one area where a cyber demon would fit, but there's not a lot of room to move around. I mean, there's one area where I could have put a cyber demon, and honestly, I should have put a cyber demon, but the map was really hard, and I'm almost sad that I didn't put a cyber demon in it. But it's also kind of interesting that this is one of my favorite maps and it doesn't have a cyber. Kind of interesting. So I was this close to editing the map, making it easier, but I finally was able to get an exit. And this is that exit. So this opening part, so there's 1 Revenant, 2 Revenants, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so you have to 2-shot 6 Revenants at the start, right off the bat. So 2-shotting Revenants with the super shotgun is very reliable, but it is tricky. You have to have good aim, but it is reliable. And so doing this at the very beginning is like a good opener. So that's like the warm up. And then for the archvile part, you just have to make sure you hide behind the metal beam there. I really like how this map looks though. There is the BFG near the end. When the arch files start appearing. That was a close one. Like, I initially thought that the Revenant missile, when he shot me, it was going to hit the wall, but it ended up going beside the wall and just whizzing by my head. Right there. I mean, we're right at the beginning of the map, so it wouldn't have made a difference. I would have just restarted. Okay. This part, this looks really nice. Now I also have the beams coming in, going into the sky again in this level. This part is really tricky because if you see these two archways right here, the wall's lower right after I press play again. And I go into this room, and then there's, it's full of revenants, and then there are two, and then we have a couple cacodemons coming, being released in this room. And there's also two archviles in this outdoor area through the archways. And so what I have to do is I run into that area and I have to try and focus on the archviles because they're the priority in order to, you want to kill those guys first. Otherwise you have no chance. However, you have these revenants shooting you at the same time. So you're trying to ignore the revenants while shooting the archviles, but you also have to dodge the revenant missiles. This is a very tricky part, and I remember dying at this part quite often. Yeah, so maybe there's just one archvile. Okay, there's just one archvile, but he is really tricky because of all the revenants shooting you, and then the cacodemons coming into the room too. Didn't get hit though. I mean, there were plenty of attempts where I, got hit really bad, but for this one, I did not get hit. Those rockets are really annoying to pick up because the bars are far enough away that you can get yourself stuck in between them. By the way, this was released in 2016, right? So that was back when I played with a mouse. I know I wasn't using this trackball. So this is back when I was actually somewhat decent at playing Doom, as opposed to these days. Yeah, so for a map like this, you have to have everything memorized. You can't just wing it because there's no health. And you have to know exactly what everything does, what every walkover line, what every switch does. Yeah, I really like the design on this map. This part is really funny. Right there. You might not notice what happened. I noticed it when I was playing it. So I was trying to fight this archvile. So I go over here. And so you see this little room here, and then there's another one like to my left. It's off screen, but as soon as you cross the lines into the room, either this one or the other one that's off screen, it triggers the next batch of the next round of monsters. So a bunch of monsters start teleporting in, and like I said, you have to walk over these walkover lines by going into the room here. Through the doorway here, not the doorway, the archway, the entranceway, whatever you want to call it. And so I'm trying to fight this archvile, and I end up hiding behind a wall, but I sort of hit the wall and bounced back, and I ended up walking on to like this ledge here, but on the one that's outside of the frame here, on the one on the left. So you can see you can see the player move up because I went onto the step behind me without realizing it by accident. However, I didn't go over it enough to trigger the next round of monsters. So I got lucky there. You'll notice. Right here. You see how I went up? I went up and I was like, oh shit. And I was waiting for the monsters to teleport in, but none of them, they didn't teleport in. So I hadn't, yeah, you see? I didn't walk in enough in order to trigger the walkover line. So that was really lucky. I think I got hit here. Yeah. And that was only a tenner. Yeah, that was a really weak one. I only lost 10 health there, so that was lucky as well. Because of all the revenants, you know, sometimes you get hit with an 80 damage revenant missile, and you're basically screwed. This part is kind of funny because, you know, I'm shooting rockets, and you can see the bars. You can see these bars. If the rocket sort of explodes near the bars, you can see the bars going up into the ceiling. Like there. And there. And that goddamn Cacodemon corpse is blocking my view. Okay, good. I think that's all done. How many shots was that? Like 5 shots for an archvile? Okay, so that part's done. I got a backpack. So everything went really well on this demo. Lots of revenants. Yeah, so I like how you have to like weave your way through this, I don't know what it is, this castle type thing. And then it keeps changing. There's the classic go through a waterfall or a blood fall or a liquid fall. This part is ridiculous. You always get hurt here. There's just too many monsters here. I think I got hit twice. There's a lot of nice lighting in this map. Okay, for this part, I believe I get really lucky again. Yeah, so right here, I remember this. You can see the archvile right there? I don't know how, like if he was over a couple more pixels or something, he would have hit me and I would have been dead. But I was like just enough behind the wall that he wasn't behind his center point that he didn't hit me. See that? Like one more pixel, he probably would have killed me. Yeah, I would have been dead because I only have 62 health. Yeah, I was thinking maybe I could have put a cyber demon in this room here. However, there's a lot of floor height changes. And that's just annoying for fighting a cyber demon with. Oh, I think another reason was because there isn't a lot of cells. There aren't a lot of cells. You only get the BFG right at the end. So that's probably another reason. The cell ammo is very sparse. You need the cells in order to clean up the arch files at the end. So I'm down to 62 and I'm just like praying I don't get hit. So this part is interesting. So right here, I believe it starts a staircase. It raises some stairs. And then I'm pretty sure that this switch, it raises stairs that lead to the BFG. That's one thing. And it also raises stairs that release the arch files. And so, but it's timed. And so it gives you a bit of a head start. So when you press this, you have to get the BFG as quick as possible because then the arch files, the stairs rise up enough for the arch files to teleport in. But I think you only have like one chance to get the BFG. Otherwise, if you don't get it fast enough, then the arch files are just going to resurrect everyone. Specifically, the arch files the first couple arch files that I kill, right by where the revenants are, you'll notice them. So when I press this, I have to get the BFG as quick as possible. The stairs are very, very small. They're very small, so you have to be careful because it's easy to fall off of the spiral staircase. That's why I pause there, because I have to prepare myself. Make sure I'm ready. It's a very annoying staircase to go up. You can see I paused right there because I wasn't quite at the top. And if I would have just kept going forward, I would have fallen off. Okay. So, I mean, you may have thought that, you know, the arch files spawn in when you get the BFG, but no, they spawn in after a timed event, after you raise the stairs. So once you hit the staircase, once you raise the staircase, they will spawn in. I don't know how much time it is, but I did it by changing the floor height of the, you know, I set it up in a specific way. And I changed the floor height or whatever, depending on how long it took. Yeah, so I did it late there because I hesitated towards the top, and so I didn't get to that first arch file fast enough. So I got hit again, so I'm down to 56. Now I'm just being targeted from all directions. And yeah, this part is just ridiculous. I got hit again, 38, down to 38 health. And I'm just paranoid here. I got hit again, so I'm down to 17. Because that goddamn Cowcademon corpse is blocking my view again. Now I'm like, fuck this. Let's just go over here and try and kill these guys. This is my only time I've made it this far. And so I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just sort of going around trying not to die. I wasn't even looking at the kill counter. Because you can see there's 2 left. And I'm still like, are there more monsters up there? No. There are 2 arch files right before the exit switch. But I don't even realize because I was so scared, so worried about getting hit. So I kill these guys. Right now, they're dead, so there's only 2 arch files left. I'm just wasting time here. Like, are they dead? Yes, they're dead, you idiot. Look at the kill counter. I was worried here. How many, did I have 2 shots left? Yeah, I've got 2 shots left, 2 BFG shots left for these last 2 arch files. And my first shot was really bad. I missed, well, I didn't miss them, but I didn't, I wanted to kill at least 1 arch file with my first shot. And as soon as my first shot missed and I didn't kill any of them, I'm like, did I just fuck up my run? But luckily my second shot killed both of them. I was able to sort of reposition myself to kill both of them with my splash damage, not splash damage, with my tracer damage of the BFG. I finally realized, oh, there's only 2 arch files left, so let's go kill the arch files. And my first shot was horrible, and I almost ruined the run because of it. The first arch file, he starts coming at me like immediately. I wasn't ready for that. So it's a good thing that they started shooting very, very, like almost immediately, because if they would have been wandering around, I might not have been able to position myself in a way where I could have killed both of them. However, you know, with my dilly-dallying in not looking at the kill counter, I think I cost myself a sub 9-minute demo. However, it probably still would have been over 9 minutes. Just a little bit. And then here, it's a little tricky. A little bit of platforming there. Okay, and that is NH666 V2. So let's just see how long has this video been. 52 minutes, okay, that's decent. Better than, you know, the hour and a half videos I've been making. So unfortunately, it only has 2 stars. However, I'm extremely proud of that WOD. I think that's the best NH WOD that I made. NH3 is a good one as well, but I prefer NH666. Specifically NH666 map 2. So if you're looking for a brutal claustrophobic map, then try NH666 V2. So I'm gonna keep doing these. Actually, I enjoy doing this. I still have a bunch of maps that I can watch. I got a bunch of demos here. I also have to make some more videos eventually, and I also have some other ideas for reaction videos. So I think tomorrow, tomorrow I'd like to do it, Sunday night. I think I'm going to go through my Amazon Prime Video watch history. So look out for that. That'll be tomorrow. Until tomorrow.